Here I am. Here we are, creating mindful habits to help you feel calm, to help you feel in control of your time, your energy, your money, and your destiny. And what we're doing by creating mindful habits is soothing and regulating your emotions and your nervous system so you can process, so you can respond to whatever's going on, whoever's saying mean things to you, or whatever's going on with your kids, or whatever stresses and struggles and things that are overwhelming you, you can deal with. So hi lovelies, if we haven't met before, by the way, if you're new to this space, because we've had lots of new members inside the Mama Sanctuary recently, I'm Michelle. I am the Unshakable Mama, mindfulness and manifestation coach for frazzled working mums who know that there's more to life for you, working mums who are sick of feeling like you're always living life against the clock, want to feel more present in your life, want to feel more present with your kids, want to feel more in control, want to feel like you're actually able to have fun along the way, and not be in a position like I used to be, where I was constantly telling myself or promising myself things that never came true, like, oh yeah, I'll have a cup of tea after I've done the cleaning, and then never actually get around to it because yet again I've run out of time and I've put too much pressure on myself, I've put too much expectation on myself. So this is very much around nervous system regulation and being able to set firm boundaries, about getting very grateful and present for everything you have in your life already. And yeah, just feeling really calm, because when you feel really calm in your life, and you are able to respond to people and situations mindfully, and when you're able to stay really focused on what it is that you want in life, you're actually able to see the way forwards. You're actually able to clear a path, a new path for yourself. You're able to find solutions to your problems, see new perspectives, have little mindset shifts. And we're not talking about anything major here either. Like, the smallest things can make the biggest difference, and that is exactly what we're aiming to achieve through practicing these mindful habits. And it is a practice. It's practice constantly, and the idea is that you are going to create this beautiful toolbox, this very useful toolbox of 2 minute or 30-second, whatever it is, really, really simple, effective mindfulness practices, mindset practices, and mindful habits. And they're going to start to become part of your everyday. They're going to start to become integrated into your days. And then there's going to be this toolbox where you can, you've got these other tools that you can call upon, that you can use when you need them, when things feel tough. So for example, like, we're mindful stretching this week, and it's very much about being mindful with how you're moving, connecting how you're feeling into your body, and getting out of your head and into your body. I find personally that the fastest way to make myself feel happier, or if I'm feeling stressed about something, or I'm feeling overwhelmed, or I just want to raise my vibe, the fastest way for me is to move. So whether get actually bring some movement in, so whether it's dancing or doing yoga or going for a walk, and especially if it's a walk in nature is like one of my other biggest saviors when it comes to making sure that my nervous system is regulated and I'm keeping an even keel. So the whole idea here is that instead of living life like this, in ups and downs, the peaks and troughs, and literally your nervous system living in a state of fight, flight and survival, and not knowing what the heck is going on, we're trying to break that cycle, and we're trying to help you keep an even keel. So even when you are faced with challenges, and boy, I've had some horrendous challenges this week, yet I still feel unshakable. Like, we've had a ceiling threatening to collapse, as in part of it did start collapsing, and luckily my husband managed to secure it. There was a question mark over whether or not it was actually asbestos in the ceiling, in the Artex, because the report had been delayed and la-di-da. So obviously that was actually really scary. But I still managed to process how I was feeling, acknowledge how I was feeling, and decide that actually I can't do anything about whether there's asbestos in the ceiling or not. I can't do anything about the fact that the report hadn't come through yet, except wait till the next day and chase them again. And so we're dealing with the facts rather than the actual, we're dealing with what's absolute truth, not what our body, what our mind is telling us is happening as in like a story that potentially isn't actually real. So mindful stretching, the idea is that we're keeping this super simple, super sweet, that you're able to integrate this into your days. I've given you exercises, I've given you examples of exercises this week. So this is day 5 of 7. Even just walking around and how you're holding your posture, like posture for confidence, posture for energy. I've given you lots of simple exercises that you can do. This is on day 1, for example, where you just a case of like rotating your wrists and kind of helping to get some movement into your body that way. I've given you various different kind of ideas and inspiration over the week. We've also had our guest speaker in, Adele Derbyshire. So I posted her video this morning. So she gave you 3 2-minute mindful movement practices. 1 if you want instant calm, 1 if you want to overcome feeling overwhelmed in the moment, and 3 1, 2 and 3 the other one was for energy. So mindful movement for energy. I want to talk to you today about hip openers, but first of all I just want to remind you that we don't need any special clothes for mindfully moving or stretching. You don't specifically need to be anywhere, or you don't need to be anywhere specific. You can do it while you're waiting for the kettle to boil, while you're hanging the washing up, while you're driving in the car or sat at traffic lights. You could be doing shoulder rolls or wrist rolls or whatever, as you're walking to the fridge from the kettle to get the milk. And it's just about being very intentional and mindful about how you move. And obviously if you're actually stretching, that's a really good thing as well, but it has to feel good. So basically the name of the game here is to encourage you to move, to invite you to move in a way that feels really good, and to try and ease tension as well in your body. So today I want to talk about hip openers. The hips being a place as women, everybody actually, but particularly as women, it's like our power portal area. It's like our center of creativity in a pelvic area, and we find that our hips get really tight, especially when we're sitting a lot, we're walking. If we're walking, our hips are only going in one direction. They're not moving in their full range of movement. So this is my massage therapy background coming in now, as well as like the mindfulness. 20 years in holistic therapy is just phenomenal, the amount of knowledge and wisdom I've got to share with you. We're sitting. Obviously, we've if we've carried our own children through pregnancy, and actually physically carrying children when they're out in the world, it means that it adjusts our posture and our hips. So what we're aiming to do is just stretch the hips today. And one of the best things to do is to sit on the floor. I've got my yoga mat out here, but only because my carpet's skanky from we haven't changed the carpet yet since we've moved. But yeah, so we need to sit more cross-legged. So I invite you to sit cross-legged on the floor, and you will feel a stretch in your legs, in your groin. And it's, again, it's not rocket science, but it's about being intentional. And I invite you then to maybe gently lean forward to get your tummy muscles tight, and lean forwards. And just apply a little bit of pressure, whatever pressure feels good to you. And just breathe. And I'm just using my breath, counting in for 4 and out for 8, counting in for 5 and out for 10. So double the exhale as the inhale. I'm just going to do 3 rounds of that breath. Keeping my back straight, keeping my shoulders dropped. Keeping my stomach tight. And now I'm just going to cross my legs the other way. And do the same. And you might find, well, you probably will find that one crosses easier than the other, and you might feel a bit lopsided. I'm now on my most unnatural side. So I'm just going to go again. So 3 breaths. And I can feel that already in my glutes on my left hand side now. So it should feel like a nice stretch. You shouldn't actually feel any pain. It should feel like it's stretching, but not uncomfortable. Okay, and then so that's like just 3 breaths on each side. So that's just a little bit of hip opening from a seated point of view. We should be experimenting with sitting in different positions all the time, just to give our bodies that option, that to move in different ways, different muscles to stretch, and it just feels really nice. I just feel really good now that I'm stretching in. I feel sort of nicely stretched out and into my glutes here, and into the sides here. So that's that, and it hasn't taken any time. So when you're sitting on the floor playing with your children, for example, and they naturally sit really comfortably cross-legged and on the floor. Lots of people find it more uncomfortable to sit on the floor. So we're just trying to encourage that range of movement and opening your hips and the groin area there. And yeah, let me know how it feels to sit like that. And we can also just, I don't know, just gently stretch that way, so you can feel that all through there. Just breathing. It's fun to do these stretches with your kids, actually. I'm just slightly pushing backwards here on my leg. But again, it has to feel right. So I'm not a yoga teacher or anything like that, but I'm inviting you to feel what feels good in your body and to listen to your body if it feels uncomfortable. I'm just gently using my forearm here to press that leg back. And again, I can feel stretched through here and through my groin, just opening up my hips. And you can be, you know, I don't know, use the kettle example again. Oh, did you hear my hip click then? That was good. That felt good. I was making a cup of coffee earlier, and I was just standing. I was kind of like dancing, like pushing my hips from side to side while I was doing that. And another example of these mindful stretches on the go. So I'm opening my hips and twisting my hips, and it just feels really nice. So just you can make sure you've got your back straight, dance, maybe stretch, get your legs. You're just play. I invite you just to play and just see how things feel. It's a lovely stretch through there, and just see where your body wants to go. where your body wants to move to. So yeah, it doesn't take long at all, and it feels really good. And I'm feeling like not so stressed because I'm thinking about what I'm doing and how I'm moving my body rather than what else is going on. So I'm actually like really focused in the moment, out of my head. It's a little bit of exercise, like my heart feels a little bit more. I'm not the most fit person, but you know, if you, depending on the type of stretching, you're doing exercise as well. You're getting the blood moving and pumping, so it's really good for like the immune system. Helps boost the immune system. Brings fresh blood around. So you know, if you've got aches and pains and tension, it can help to ease them. It's just really lovely. And I'm really, really curious to know how you're finding these mindful stretches and what you've been doing, playing with, enjoying this week throughout this mindful habit creation week of stretching, mindful movement and stretching. So please do share. Sharing will inspire other ladies, other mums in the group, and also it will help them feel supported, but also you will feel like if you say you're going to do something, it holds you accountable, and we want to celebrate you, and we want to hold you lovingly accountable and give you a boost if you haven't been practicing, which is really powerful. It's really lovely. And please do invite your friends to this community, because I'm on a mission to help as many working mums as possible to really feel like you're in control of your own lives, to feel like you are in control of your time and your finances and your energy, so you wake up every day excited for the day ahead, not with a sense of dread, how I used to feel about how the heck I was going to get through the day, because I had so many moving parts to deal with. And honestly, some days I just wanted to bypass the day and just be back in bed at the end of the day. I just didn't know how I was going to cope, and that's not a way to live life. The way you want to live life, or we must be living our lives, is that we feel excited, we feel moments of joy. And yes, the unshakable mama, me, as an unshakable mama, there's still the boring stuff to do in life. There always will be. There's still the challenges. But the thing is, I'm creating more time in my days through feeling calmer, through being more intentional and mindful with how I'm spending my time and who I'm spending my time with, and by not getting caught up in the drama going around me. So I'm actually creating more time for those things that are important to me, and I'm able to sprinkle my days with more fun and joy, which means that life feels exciting. Like every day it feels exciting. So, even if I have a day where in the past I would say, oh, everything's going wrong today, now I catch myself and I'm like, no, everything's not going wrong today. Most of it's going right. There's just something, or a couple of things that haven't gone to plan, and that's okay, and I can deal with those things. So yes, right, my tummy's rumbling. I'm going to go get some lunch. It's a bit late. But do invite your friends in. I have a beautiful prize draw coming up on the 1st of October for every person, every lady you invite into this community who comes and plays. You'll be entered into a prize draw to win a copy of Heiter magazine, a beautiful 365 Days of Me journal, and self-paced access to my signature program, my 8-week program, Unshakable Mama, a mindful journey to presence and freedom. It's where you live life on your terms. It's where you fast track your success. It's where you learn to create boundaries, get super focused on what it is that you want, super clear, and you're able to actually go and get it in a calm and regulated, soothed way. And it's where you start living your best life every single day. So I am going to love you and leave you. Have a wonderful afternoon. do share in this group. This is for you. This community is for you. I'm really passionate about us supporting each other, helping each other, collaborating with each other. So please, please do share. Have a lovely afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow for day 6. My voice went funny then. Day 6 of Mindful Stretch Week. Take care. Bye.